It's Mike and Denise. We are on our walk on the Greenway. You can see there's a biker coming up behind us. You can wave hi to them. We're gonna wait a second here because we got bike traffic, we got walk traffic, we got all kinds of people here. You can see the sunset behind us. We actually just ate dinner and we're walking to go get our groceries. I got my reusable bag here. Well, actually, it's Denise's bag. And we're gonna do a review and comment on the plant-based news. That's the purpose of this video. So thanks for joining us. It's kind of like a new news item. And the title of what we're discussing here today, we're gonna read the whole thing for you, we're gonna comment on it, is, here it is. Meat is heart healthy, says the American Heart Association. A new lawsuit says that's a lie. Now, right away, we know that meat is not heart healthy. So how in the world, or why in the world, is the American Heart Association saying that meat is heart healthy? So Denise is going to read the article. Actually, we're going to walk over a bridge here, so we might want to hold off on reading the article. And you guys can hang with us, and we'll kind of let others join in on the live video, whoever's going to join in, while we walk over the bridge, because we're going to hear all kinds of traffic noise. And in the meantime, actually, let me talk to you guys about our Veg Fest, because if you're watching this live, you could be watching it on our YouTube channel, you could be watching it on LinkedIn, you could be watching it on Twitter, where else? I think it might be on Telegram too. Or you're watching it on our Facebook pages for our Veg Fest, which coming up are Loudon Veg Fest in Loudoun County, Virginia in October. Then we've got Raleigh Veg Fest, first Sunday in November. Then we've got Naples in Florida in November also. Then we've got two plants at table dinners actually too. One of them's in Loudoun County, and one of them is in Florida in December. Then we got Sarasota Veg Fest and Englewood Veg Fest in December. All the stuff's on our website, aPlantBasedDiet.org. Just check it out. Or go to plants2table.org for tickets to those events. Okay, we crossed the bridge. Denise, here she goes. She's going to read the article for you.
The American Heart Association is being sued by the Animal Outlook for its use of the Heart Check certification on certain meat products. The American Heart Association, or AHA, as I'm going to refer to them in the article, is a nonprofit health organization. It's being sued by animal advocacy group Animal Outlook over the AHA's use of its Heart Check certification mark on certain meat products that companies pay AHA.
Okay, let's stop right there. Denise, what is this Heart Check certification?
Well, it doesn't really say, but it has the American Heart Association name on it, and it's their own little check mark logo.
All right, well, to me, if you're just saying that, it sounds to me like this is a certification that is giving their seal of approval or their check of approval
Heart healthy.
Right, from that this is heart healthy. So how in the world can their certification include meat? That's what I want to know. How is that even possible? I'm just talking like you and me talking, because the reason why I'm saying this, and let us know in the comments if you're out here listening or reading or watching this, we at aPlantBasedDiet.org have our own certification of what we call healthy vegan food. So it's kind of similar, right?
Yes.
It's kind of so it's almost like if we're going to go out here and say that something is healthy or good for you, and somehow there's like a loophole here, I guess, right?
Well, we do publish our definition of healthy vegan food. I don't know if that definition is included in this heart healthy checkbox. I'd like to see what it is.
Yeah, how in the world can meat from the American Heart Association? Because let's put it this way. I right away cast a tremendous amount of doubt on the legitimacy of the American Heart Association if they're going to at all come out with anything that's going to say that meat is going to be beneficial for you. Because as we know, meat or any kind of animal muscle is not beneficial. And actually in this article, they're going to talk about the general science behind that as well. I don't think we're going to get into all the details of the entire article, but let's just cover the basics. You and I have already read the article. Let's just cover the highlights of this. So what do you got for us next?
Well, I'm not going to be able to summarize. I just think that that's ridiculous that you should be able to, that the American Heart Association let anyone put this check mark on their product for a fee.
So it's basically about money. You
Yeah.
write a no, let's not use that same word. You hand us some money. You hand some money to the American Heart Association, and they give you their check mark certification.
Yeah.
So it's bought and paid for.
There were 3 different products that someone is apparently putting their certification on. Something from Smithfield. There was chicken. There was a round of beef, like a rump round. But I don't. I wouldn't be able to summarize it unless I read it all.
Quick, go ahead, as fast as you can. We want to get through this before I see the moon out there too. Sunset's already happening.
You want me to find it?
Well, wherever you left off, go ahead.
Well, I didn't even start. I only read the first paragraph, so you want me to scroll back to the
Yeah,
beginning?
just read it. Read it as fast as you can, whatever you got for us. So, and let us know your comments too out there. Whoever's watching, or if you're watching this in the replay, let us know your thoughts right away about what you think of the American Heart Association if they're going to certify meat. You ready?
So the lawsuit alleges that in exchange for a fee, AHA allows companies to display the AHA mark on certain meat products and mark them as heart healthy. This is counter to the AHA's prior warnings about meat and misleads the public about the health effects of consuming meat.
It does.
The lawsuit further alleges that AHA promotes its heart check certification program as using standards more stringent than the government standards to certify beef, when in fact AHA only uses the government's minimum standards.
I'd say, or less, right?
Earlier this month, a peer-reviewed journal published on behalf of AHA recognized that higher meat intake is associated with atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, or ASC.
Yeah, I think we all know that. We all know that. Okay, if you guys don't know, I have a book called Live to 150. It's at liveto150.org. It's free. It's on YouTube, 150 chapters. And yeah, definitely.
That same journal also acknowledged biochemical links between dietary meat and ASCVD.
Yeah, this is basic stuff. Okay, this is known. When you eat animal products, specifically animal meats, animal flesh, you're going to have cardiovascular issues. It's absolutely known. I don't think there's any question about that. So the fact that a organization called the American Heart Association, which deals with cardiovascular issues, would even think about putting anything that's an animal product, or especially a meat, flesh, animal muscle product on their check mark certification is just absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry. Absolutely ridiculous.
Continuing on, this is consistent with AH's recognition of the negative effects of red meat. In 2001, for example, the AHA stated that in red meats such as beef, pork, and lamb have more saturated fat than other protein sources.
Yep.
And saturated fats can cause your blood cholesterol to rise.
And let's pause right there. You were talking about this earlier. You and I were both talking about this before we went live. Saturated fat is the real issue. Yes, animal products are bad. Yes, meats are bad. Yes, animal flesh, animal muscle is one of the main reasons it's bad, not the only reason, is because of the high levels of saturated fat. But let's not forget for a minute here. I want to kind of let the American Heart Association off the hook here for a second, because they're mentioning saturated fats. There's a lot of plant products you can eat that have a high level of saturated fat, like oils, especially coconut oil, coconut milk. There's many things that are almost as bad as animal products that are plants. So I wanted to make sure to throw that in there.
In 2018, the AHA released research that cautioned against meat consumption, stating that consuming animal fat could increase one's risk of death by 21%, while eating unsaturated fats from plants decrease the risk of overall mortality.
All right, who mentioned that? Was that? Was that the American Heart
Association?
AHA. Okay, so they do mention that in general, plants have unsaturated fats, but not always, because you could eat the plants that have saturated fat. So the thing is, when you're eating plants, you're much more likely to get sources of fat that are unsaturated versus animal products, which in almost all cases are saturated. So go ahead.
Yeah, so they said that eating meat increases your risk of death by 21%.
Yes.
And eating plants decreases it by 16%, almost the exact same amount.
That's good. Eat plants. Yeah, eat plants. See? My shirt.
Our results emphasize the importance of the source and quality of monosaturated fatty acids in the diet. That was a study co-led by Martha Gross-Rich-Ferre, PhD. She said in the statement, we should eat more monosaturated fatty acids from plant sources and less monosaturated fatty acids from animal sources. So the logo misleads consumers. Given the AHA's recognition of these health effects, Animal Outlook sent a letter to AHA in late 2021 asking the organization to stop the process of certifying
What are you doing? You're insane!
As a heart healthy in exchange for
You're a heart organization?
fee, but they refused.
They refuse.
Yeah. So for nearly
imagine that. Well, it's because you know what? That animal advocacy group, what is it called? Animal Outlook. They probably didn't go ahead and write them give them a big donation, right? They didn't give the American Heart Association a big donation. All the people that want to have these certifications are giving the American Heart Association big donations.
Yeah. So for nearly 100 years, the American Heart Association has made its mission to educate consumers on healthy living, says Cheryl Leahy, the executive director of Animal Outlook.
And that
she said that's why it's so incongruous that they are now selling these pay-to-play heart healthy certifications for the very neat products that they publicly take action against.
I thought we were making progress here in late 2022, but apparently not.
Yeah.
Apparently money still talks louder than anything. It's too bad.
The AHA's endorsement of meat products with its health check logo misleads consumers into thinking that the certification is backed by science and that the product they're buying is actually good for their heart.
They do. Anybody who is not like in the space, like, hey, you and I are in the space, right? Yeah. We're with an organization here at aPlantBasedDiet.org. We're spending our whole lives looking into this stuff. It's pretty darn obvious to us. It's probably getting out, but the average Joe and Jane on the street, somebody with kids who's running around, who doesn't have any extra time to research this stuff, they might just see that check mark. You go, see? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hey, what are you talking about?
So a number of beef and pork products have been certified with the heart check label, including Smithfield's boneless pork sirloin roast, Valley Fresh chicken breast, and Black Steer brand Angus roast beef top breast.
Roast beef is a heart check, whatever, for the American Heart Association, man.
Heart check.
Heart check. You better, you're gonna need a heart check after you eat that stuff. Yeah, that's more what the check is for, right? Yeah, you eat this stuff, you better get your heart checked.
So the animal outlook said that this needs to stop. But I'm not sure, like, if they got a court date or.
Yeah, well, so they're going to file. They're either, I guess they're in the middle of filing a lawsuit now in September 2022. So thank you, Animal Outlook, for doing that. I wish, you and I were talking before, when we were reading this article ahead of this live broadcast, that I wish it was a physician's organization or a doctor's organization that was filing this lawsuit. But I mean, well, I'm not even talking about PCRM. They're a great organization. I'm just talking about any regular old association of doctors. Wouldn't they want to file a lawsuit? Wouldn't they want to? Aren't they trying to do no harm and do the best for their patients and help people, and this would be the way to do it. But, now we've got a non-doctor animal advocacy organization that's having to do this work. And I'm sure they don't have as much money as the doctors, because doctors are usually pretty well off, wouldn't you say? The average doctor? I mean, then compared to the average animal rights activist, I would say that the doctors are going to win every time, money-wise. So it's kind of sad that this is the world we live in right now. Yeah. Anything else? You got any more?
No.
That was the whole article?
Well, I skipped a paragraph, but it was about the grams of fat and saturated fat.
The specifics, yeah. Okay, well, the bottom line is, like I said, I got a book called Live to 150, liveto150.org. It's free. Go there. There's a chapter on cardiovascular issues. I think it also mentions heart attack and stroke in the title. Can't remember which one it is, but we got so many chapters. But anyway, it's pretty darn obvious. So it's so sad that we have to even put this information out there, but it's needed. That's why we do our events. That's why we do our festivals. Free general admission, and in public places. And if you're watching this, you may be watching it on one of the festival sites. So check our website out, aPlantBasedDiet.org. Click on VegFest. We have communities on there. There's also a link for the book. You can also donate to us because we don't have the kind of money that these places like the American Heart Association has. And they're all salaried employees over there too. Yeah. We're just volunteers.
They've
so
been around for 100 years.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you need to know. The fact that they've been around for 100 years means that they've got a vested interest in making sure that their salaries keep getting paid. And who's paying them, Denise? Meat, dairy, fish people. Yeah, that's who's paying their salaries. Let's get right down to it. We don't have any of those interests, any of those conflicting interests. That we just want the truth to get out. We want you to be healthy. We want you to learn how to live a great, long, healthy life. And we don't need to worry about the meat and dairy, fish, egg industries influencing us, right?
Right.
So let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. Share this video with somebody. Like I said, you get the Live to 150 book. We got our live events. We got our online communities. So connect with us online. Thanks so much for watching. Anything else to add?
No.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Go get your daily exercise. Your daily purposeful exercise. See, we're getting our exercise while we're transmitting information to you. And we're going to Whole Foods with our bags to pick up our organic produce, right? That's what we're going to get. Yeah. Basically, lots of organic produce. There's Biker. Bye.